So, ladies and gentlemen, as we set our eyes on the racetrack at this point in time, the Dalton Sprint Car Pole Shuffle, and the first two cars on track, as we can see, are going to be the Buckley Systems BSL Racing Machine of Travis Buckley and the Fairview Rodney RPC Logistics number 47 of Zachary Soko. They're going to go wheel to wheel for 2 laps, duking it out here at Luxor Western Springs Speedway. Travis Buckley fresh upon his return from the United States after running up in the States for Corey Kruzman's team, and makes his way back here to set his eyes to sprint car racing for the summer here for the Dalton's International Sprint Car Race. Also, the driver, he'll be going wheel to wheel with just to his right-hand side, Zachary Soko. Already won a feature here in the opening night at Waikaraka Park, which was deemed to be the official opening of our season here at Luxor Western Springs Speedway. So these drivers were 5th and 6th in points, Travis Buckley being 6th highest point scorer, and he'll be going wheel to wheel with Zachary Soko. The winner will stay out on track, for those of you that aren't familiar with the pole shuffle, and the winner of each run will then determine whether they start on the inside or outside. And it looks like from these starting positions, it's going to be Soko on the inside, and the ISCAR BSL Buckley Systems Machine of Travis Buckley will be on the outside. Next up after this, we'll be looking at the 0 USA of Jonathan Allard. Then it will be Jamie McDonald, Keaton Dam, and your highest point scorer tonight here, ladies and gentlemen, is Jamie Veal. So get on the edge of your seat, ladies and gentlemen. Dalton Sprint Cars Pole Shuffle. It's Soko, it's Buckley, two of the young guns of sprint car racing here at Luxor Western Springs Speedway. Lights are out across the chalk. Who's going to get the jump? You're about to find out. And we go green for 2 laps here. Listen to the revs build. These two youngsters aren't afraid to stand on the gas. And it's going to be Zach Soko that leads them on the first there 2 laps. White flag will come out for Zachary this time. And he's already stretching out on Buckley at this point in time. So definitely coming to grips with sprint cars here in New Zealand. Fairview Rodney RPC Logistics. Zachary Soko takes the win for the pole shuffle. Travis Buckley pulls to the infield, and next up, the driver that Zach Soko will be going to wheel with is none other than Chico, California's Jonathan Allard. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Zachary Soko fends off one of his competitors and will duke it out with one of the best in the business. He's been running up the United States over the winter. Jonathan Allard, couple of heat race wins under his belt in the States, and he chooses to go low side, and Zach Soko goes to the outside, and we look for the lights to turn out, and we go green next time by. Dalton Sprint Car Pole Shuffle once again. This time, Zachary Soko wheel to wheel with the 0 USA Dalton's man, Jonathan Allard. Soko, your pace setter. Who's going to run them down into one? We're across the chalk. They leave it late. And Jonathan Allard gets the jump on Soko. Soko just gets a little bit high in no man's land on the start here. And I think Jonathan's got this one wrapped up already. And he's charging down into Penrite turn number 3 and 4. He's definitely tightened up that race car, and he's looking a lot more comfortable charging ahead here. High side on the opening lap. Pole on his second lap. The Dalton 0 USA runs high side, almost loses it down to Penrite, but the win goes to Jonathan Allard. Sensational driving. Exactly what we expect as out of the man, out of Chico, California. Well done, Zachary Soko. Hard fought, and that will move the Fairview Rodney RPC Logistics man, and he'll be starting out at grid position number 5 in the feature. But now, the high Koki number 71, Jamie McDonald, will opt for the low side of Jonathan Allard. 2 laps around the bull ring here at Luxor Western Springs Speedway. Jamie McDonald fresh off heat race win number 4 here tonight at Luxor Western Springs Speedway. Jonathan Allard definitely looking a lot more comfortable in that race car. Let's see what 2 of the best can deliver here in the pole shuffle. Lights are out, and we get set to turn them loose. Is JA going to go early, or is he going to leave it late, much like what we saw out of Soko on the last one? Well, let's wait and see. He's going to leave it late. almost right until the chalk. It's Jonathan Allard. It's the Haikoki 71, James McDonald. They go toe-to-toe. Allard chops him down and breaks the nose off the front of the 71. Or James McDonald gets all out of shape. Then will stand off turn number 2 and gives the lead to Jonathan Allard. White flag out for the man in the Dalton 0 USA. Looks like JA has this one in the bag. James McDonald, a little wheel stand coming off turn number 2, but doesn't have anything for this man on screen at this point in time. And once again, the win goes to Jonathan Allard. So a little bit messy there for the Haikoki number 71, but the man who had it under control from the get-go, Jonathan Allard in the Williams Motorsport. Dalton's number 0 USA. He's now up against the man out of Mount Maunganui, the 88K of Keaton Dam. That beautifully presented Valvoline Hydralink number 88. We know he's not afraid to stand on the gas. As we roll around, getting in position, you can see the front wheels, how rough the track actually is down there, down at turn number 1, and equally so down here on the pole line at turn number 2. Is Jonathan Allard going to play some games with him? We're about to find out. Is he going to leave it late, or does Dam know that he's going to leave it late, having seen what he did on the last couple of runs? Looks like he's going to rinse and repeat. Dalton's number 0 USA up against Keaton Dam. Dam wants to go toe-to-toe. Can he get there? Can he stay up the inside? Can he move JA up the track? It looks like it. He's not afraid of the loud pedal. And Dam has to back out of it. JA gets back up the inside. Once again, white flag out for the Dalton's man. Looks like Keaton Dam has conceded at this point in time. Jonathan Allard looks in full control of the race car. And the checkered flag is out for the 0 USA, and the win once again goes to Jonathan Allard. So once again, great drive from Jonathan Allard, and the last driver he'll be up against is this man on screen, international guest from Australia, the United Truck Parts number 2 Australia, Jamie Veal. Listen to the screaming RPM of that car. If they thrown a gear set at that thing, it sounds like it. It sounds angry. So let's wait and see where's Jay going to go. He shows them the hand. Have the pole line, kind sir. That's where you don't want to be, and you can have it. This is what he says to Jonathan Allard, to Jamie Veal on the pole line. Looks like JA slowed them down a little bit more on this one. And that's absolutely going to be a mistake going by the sound of the engine note of the 2 Australia as they come down to take the green. Jonathan Allard, Jamie Veal, wait for the wheel stand from Jamie Veal. Oh, but look at it launch. They go wheel to wheel. And you're going to hear that motor screaming from the 2AU. He gets up the inside, goes wheel to wheel with Jonathan Allard. Makes it look like he's standing still. Jamie Veal leads them on the final lap. JA gets up the inside. Can he find something? He gets him, he clears him. He leads him with half a lap to go. Jonathan Allard makes it stick. Jamie Veal tries to go high side, but too little too late. Jonathan Allard takes the win. And he will be starting off the front row. Highest point scorer, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Allard. Now he resides here in New Zealand. He's running the 0 USA, but we're going to call him a Kiwi because he's fast, and we love fast Kiwis. But ladies and gentlemen, the Dalton 0 USA man, he'll be starting off the front row with Jamie Veal in the 2 AU beside him. But Jamie Veal toe-to-toe with one of the best in the business, and how good was that Western Springs Speedway?